Hey everyone, welcome back to The Hidden Brick, where today we're going to build the LEGO DC Comics Superheroes Kryptonite Interception. So this is a Batman set. It's not based on the Batman movie. Don't get confused with this set versus the LEGO Batman movie. This set came out about a year before the actual movie did. We're just now getting around to building it. So 306 pieces. We have 2 LexCorp henchmen, and then of course Batman. Pretty cool little set. I like just based on the artwork, I like the look of the forklift, and then of course the Batmobile thing looks pretty cool. Of course, the Kryptonite is what is the anti-power to Superman. So it looks like Batman is saving the day, stopping the henchmen from trying to defeat Superman. So let's dump everything out. Move that down a bit. There we go. Alright, there's our contents. So what do we have in here? Let's move the paperwork out of the way first. We have a couple instruction books and a comic. So there's instruction book 2, and I really don't like the way that these get rolled or folded up. Move the comic book off to the side. Here's instruction book 1. Instruction book 1 is pretty small. There's a small sticker sheet. Looks like there's only 5 stickers on here. So that's pretty cool. That means anything else that is decorated will be printed on. So we have numbered bags. We have a bag 2, a 3, and a bag 1. So we'll go with bag 1. I'm going to use the less brutal way to open this bag. Okay, make sure we get everything out. Looks like there's a pulley wheel still in there. There we go. And we have a couple of boxes and a smaller bag. Dump all that out. So little box, we have Batman's cape. Hope it's a cloth version. Yes, it is a cloth version of the cape. Okay, build that. So unlike some of the newer Batman figures, this one has the printed utility belt. The newer Batman figures have the actual little molded belt piece that you could put on there. There's Batman's head, double printed head. You can see one is a straight face and the other one is kind of like the angry gritting of the teeth. And really, all that really is it's a different mouth variety, because you really can't see anything else other than the mouth once the mask is on. I actually like that mouth print a little bit better. Put it like that. Then he has a silver colored, kind of a pearlescent batarang. There we go. Pop that on his hand. Alright, so that's our first minifigure. Next is one of the henchmen. And I guess the other one is going to be saved for another bag. We have our double printed face. One is an angry face. This one's more of a straight face. We'll do the angry face. He has the vampire style slicked back hair. Alright, so it looks like this bag is going to build the forklift only. Zoom out a bit so we can see everything. So we have quite a bit of the Technic pieces that we're going to connect to make the frame or the chassis of the forklift. Here's our Technic brick. This all slides together like this. And we have quite a few of these pins with studs on the end. And on these studs, we're going to put a couple tiles. Now we have this green color going across. A good amount of these 1x4 tiles with the two studs on the end. Okay, we have this plate with the little click hinge piece on the top. And a tile goes here, and this is a play feature of some sort. It looks like it catapults part of the piece off. Next is a bracket with some pieces on it. Use a sticker, one of the LexCorp stickers. So go all the way across the little curved piece, and we'll attach it right here. Next we have this little piece. It's basically the same build, just a mirrored version of it. Same sticker. My best to put it on. There we go. That goes there. Those two little pieces go there. Make sure they don't interact with that tile piece. And that's what I thought was going to happen. These things are only held on with one stud, so it's actually not going to make for a very strong build at all. But hopefully we'll get something else on them and we won't have to worry about that. There's some classic style flick fire missiles. Next we have our forklift piece. This piece slides in there, and you can see it just kind of goes up and falls down, nothing really holding it on. And that's where this comes in. So inside this box, we have a single rubber band. So they package it in that box probably so it doesn't get damaged in transit. So this rubber band goes over that little pre-molded groove, and it fits perfectly in there. So it goes down, the rubber band slowly pulls it back up. So we can take this piece, pop it on there, kind of fold it down. We have 4 wheels and tires. 2, 3, and the last one is here. These all pop onto these non-friction pins. Have a all black steering wheel. Okay. Next is, looks like the back portion. So this looks like our little play feature that pops off. So see how that just popped off when I hit that little back piece. So it's a simulated exploding piece. Next we have our little shipping pallet. We have our Kryptonite pieces on top of this little reverse dome, and then a clear dome piece on top of it. Built 3 of those. Here's our last one. And these will put on there. So just like the box art shows, it can, wow, that thing under a lot of tension actually pops off. Okay, that is basically our little forklift with the kryptonite, little containers of kryptonite. All right, so that completes bag number 1. It also completes instruction book number 1. So we're going to move on to instruction book number 2 and bag number 2 right now. Okay, we have everything for bag 2 dumped out, and we are going to build our last minifigure. This is another one of the LexCorp henchmen. He has a double printed face. He has an angry face. And he has kind of what looks like a worried face. He kind of has this little frown. We'll do the angry face. He has brown, kind of dark reddish brown, slicked back hair. Now this guy is going to have the stud launcher weapon. You can see here's the little blaster. Put the trigger in. Has the red stud, and then it's going to be extended slightly with this little rail piece. This telescope piece. So that's the henchman's gun. Okay, put him over there with the other minifigures. Now we're going to begin the Batmobile that's in this set. Start with a Technic brick, the shorter one, not the long one. Put quite a few friction pins in it. Then a axle with a stop. So the stop does what it does. It stops when it hits the very end of it. And we have the other brick with another axle with a stop. And then these join together. So those axles will now turn freely without coming out. We have friction pin and a 3 long friction pin. I have these 5 long studless lift arms. There and there, and then our long dark bluish gray Technic bricks. Okay, move that to the side. We have 2 pieces that we have to build that are identical. Basically this thin lift arm. We're going to put some pins in there, another thin lift arm, and then this 5.5 axle. So that was the first one. Here's the second one. Goes there. Another one of these axles. That one goes there, and these don't turn. I'm hoping that this is not a wheel axle of some sort, because it does not turn. Like this one up here turns. This one is stuck in its position. Now we have these spacer pieces that go over the axle. Attach there. The thing I like about the superhero stuff is they tend to take normal pieces or even some weird Technic pieces and incorporate them into the sets kind of different ways. That's why I like building the Lego sets, is you learn new techniques and different ways to use similar parts. Alright, so this plate will help hold those Technic bricks in a straight line. Put that down. We have these inverted slopes. 4 of them on here, kind of create this little H shape, or maybe it's an I. H, I. Couple brackets. Where's the other bracket? There it is. I built on a black table, or a very, very dark gray table, and when there's all these black parts dumped out on it, sometimes it's hard to see exactly what piece I'm looking for, because it blends in with the table really, really easily. But as I slowly start to build all the parts out of this bag, you get down to fewer and fewer parts, so it's easier to find the pieces. Another option I have is I could sort all the pieces before I actually start building. This is a big pre-molded frame piece. It kind of has a plate profile on the top, plate profile on the bottom, and then this little brick profile with obviously some Technic pinholes. We will put that there. Make sure I have it in the right spot. That looks good. So we're going to take this brick, or this plate. This is going to get a sticker. So there's not many stickers in this set. This is one of them. Sticker number 3. That goes there. This basically looks like some interior controls for the Batmobile. And wouldn't you know it, we're going to build the other one right now. That there. This one goes in here. We have 2 more of these 1x4 tiles with the studs on the end. Go all the way in there. Alright. Have a 2x2 plate. This. Put it on a bracket. Brick here. This will go back there. Next we have the blue plate, black plate, and 2 sloped 1x3 bricks. clear 1x2 plates. Looks like we have a couple brackets. Now with these larger brackets with the blue 1x2 plate. So blue color typically isn't a color that you see in Batman stuff. So my guesses are this will all be covered up with bodywork and we won't see any of that blue color exposed. A couple 1x3 plates and a couple of corner plates. Some more of the 1x3 sloped bricks. Then these black slotted sloped pieces. Alright, so these, or this piece here gets 4 rocker bricks. There's no rocker plates on them just yet. Just get the brick parts. It goes there. Slope a tile. Another sloped brick. Clear 1x2 plate, and then 2 more of the slotted sloped pieces. That lines up there. Alright, so now we have the modified plate with the stud launcher. Put 2 of those on. And we have 2 of the trigger pieces. That's where you get triggered. Those are right there on the front. Right, next is a tile all the way across. These pieces, oops, that bracket fell off. So we have this, what I call a Nexo shield, or Nexo tile. Get the Bat logo sticker on it. It is our last sticker. We still have 1 whole bag of parts to go, but we're already done with our stickers. There it is to prove it to you. They're all gone. So this shield tile goes right there. Alright, next is some more of the slotted slopes. 2 of these plates with clips on the top. And then some 1x1 tiles with clips. Alright, so that completes bag number 2. So, not much left to go, but let's go ahead and move on to bag number 3 right now. Okay, we have all of our bag 3 parts dumped out, and we are basically continuing to build onto this Batmobile. That's really all that's left in the set. We've already built the henchman stuff and all the other accessory pieces. Alright, so we're going to rotate this way. Looks like we have a single stud right here. I use 1 whole step to put that stud on. Next is, let's start with the wedge piece. Right there, slotted tile, and a 1x2 plate. Looks like we're doing all of our detailing for the side of the body. One more piece goes there. This big wedge brick goes here, and then a 2x2 slope. Turn this around. Looks like we're going to repeat everything over here. Goes there. Got the stud, slotted slope, slope. Okay. Now we have 4 of these modified plates with a perpendicular pinhole on the top. So 3 long friction pins in there. This will be what the hood of the Batmobile will clip to. We have this flag element. I actually have 2 of them. Kind of create some bat wings. Actually, put that one on backwards. Flip that around. There we go. Next we have this wedge with a hinged brick or hinged plate. Another wedge plate. Now here's our rocker plates. We put those rocker bricks on in the last bag. Turn it over. Have one more wedge plate. They kind of show a 1-to-1 representation of this shape in the instructions just to verify that you have put it all together right. You can see I line it up right over it and it matches. So with that confirmed, we'll go ahead and snap it on there. Now we're going to repeat those steps for the other side. It's not exactly the same, but it's similar because it's a mirrored version of it. Wedge pieces on. There we go. Now we have these big wheels and tires. I mean, yeah. Okay, so that axle, remember I was saying that axle doesn't move. It doesn't need to because these wheels have a pinhole. So it's not an actual axle hole. So we're going to put that on and then slide this half bushing on. Try not to slide it all the way. Just don't slide the half bushing all the way against the wheel because it'll create a friction point. So you want a little bit of a gap there to make sure that your wheels turn freely. You can see that kind of wiggles a little bit side to side because I didn't push them all the way on there. So it allows those rear wheels to turn freely. All right, next we have these pneumatic tees with an axle hole. So connect these both on here and those will actually finish off the ends. Once again, make sure your wheels are not getting hit by anything. Put those half bushings on. Now we have the smaller wheels and tires for the front. Put these on the axles, and then they also get the little half bushing on there. Now the half bushing on these are just holding the wheels on, because the actual axle is what's turning. So as long as your axle turns fine, which it should, there's nothing that would cause a friction point on the axle. Everything should be fine there. Next we have our bat windscreen. It's kind of a newer style piece that came out in 2016. It was in another Batman set, little bat wing style piece. And you can see it basically folds up in two halves and then folds back down and actually clips on there. So next we have this wing piece that we're going to put these clips with, bar hole, and then a little clip piece. This, I don't know why we didn't put that on before we put everything else on. It's kind of actually hard to get in there. Two more. We have there, and then the clip. One fell off. It's on the floor. And this one, I'm trying to, there's a clip in there. See that little gray clip? And I'm having to try to clip this bar piece on there. But the bar piece moves. Because it does this. So as I'm trying to put it on there, it's actually moving on me. So I feel that this should have been put on in a previous step, so it'd be a little bit easier, but oh well. Looks like I got it on there okay. There's some of these dark gray, kind of pearlescent silver type pieces there. And there you go. That completes the very low profile Batmobile. It's really, look how low it is, kind of squished down. So we have the Batmobile, we have the henchmen and their kryptonite stuff, and then of course we have the three henchmen pieces there. Alright, so that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Put a comment down below if you like Lego superhero sets. Then I'm going to put a link down below to all of my superhero build videos that I have on this channel. So make sure to check those out if you like this type of video. And we will see you in the next one.